What's up, everybody? Today is a beautiful Sunday afternoon, and you have joined the Ultra MK podcast, where together we are reversing the narrative. And I am your host, Matt Kennedy, and I'm coming to you from some backwoods place out in Northern California. So that's why my background looks totally different today. And I am super happy that I was able to lock down an appointment with she's not just an influencer. I don't even like that title, but she's a truther and a passionate warrior of freedom who herself was affected. And I'll let her tell you her story of what ignited her and activated her as like a patriot sentinel in our movement who is great at creating content on Instagram and meta platforms. That's actually where I connected with her. I am so excited to introduce her to you on today's show. And coming to us from the East Coast, I'm not going to disclose her location because it's like that. I have with us today Joanna Red Pill Yogi.
That is our obligation, to inform and alert the American people, to make certain that they possess all the facts that they need and understand them as well, the perils, the prospects, the purposes of our program, and the choices that we face.
What's up, Joanna?
Another day in paradise.
Isn't it? Isn't it nice where you are?
It was a fantastic, almost 4 hour beach day today. Yes.
Mm, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, it is cold, 66, and a lot of humidity because it's pouring rain. And but we love it in California because whether it's man-made or God-made, we need it because it's dry as F here. So, um, but it is what it is when you're surviving the Matrix in 2025. And that's what I'm so excited today on today's show is, Joanna, thanks for making time to get on with me today. I'm super excited to kind of showcase the work that you've done. So let's jump into your social media on Instagram if we could throughout the show anytime. There's a couple of shows I really want to share that I love with my audience. So tell us, who is Joanna Red Pill Yogi?
All right. Who is Red Pill Yogi?
Who is Red Pill
I
Yogi?
I did not care about politics until politics invaded my life. As a matter of fact, 2019, I'm front row Bernie Sanders, who came to my town. I don't know anything, just because that's what everybody liked Bernie up in New England, where I came from.
That's why everyone likes Bernie.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
With that being said, even though I was a sleeper at that point, my whole life I've never fit in, if you will, which many of us can attest to when you know that you are a warrior for God and a light warrior. We're not from here, so this place is going to crucify us at all turns. So I owned two yoga studios. I got witch hunted because I started asking questions against mainstream narrative. I easily saw that the scamdemic was planted to push mail-in ballots to rig the election.
Hmm.
I flew back from Maui to the East Coast, March 2020.
Oh, that was right. That was what, 5 days after they made the announcement of the 2 weeks to slow the spread.
I think it was the 17th of March I flew back. I was in
Okay.
Maui for a yoga training. The yoga immersion got canceled. Everybody, it was sheer terror and panic. And I'm like, what's going on, right? I'm probably going to die on my way home. Got home, no mask.
White, white knuckling the whole time.
There were protesters in Hawaii. There was a protest at the airport. And then I was literally like one of four people on the plane. It was really a turbulent time. But coming home unmasked, no gloves, nothing, I didn't get sick. And that's when I was like, that's weird because all these screens are telling me if I don't do this or if I go here, I'm going to die.
Right.
Fast forward,
I was like, where are all the dead homeless people?
absolutely.
Like they can't have the, I guess they would have strong immune systems because they battle it out. But yeah, I was like, why are people like dying in our streets?
Yeah. So I'm like, that's weird. Okay.
Hmm.
So, yeah. And then I went to January 6th because I saw, like I said, the scamdemic, the mail-in ballots as a registered Democrat.
So wait a minute, let's back up a little bit because to go from owning two yoga studios, where growing up where you're from, the
Right.
Northeast, and then ending up at like you had to have been ostracized and lost how many countless friends and family members by this time. Because to go from waking up or okay, go from the COVID scandemic and learning about that to then awakening and then going to J6, there had to been some fallout, right?
When I tell you it was best described as a quantum timeline acceleration,
Shift.
it was
Yeah.
catapulted. My whole life whoop, shifted. So from March
Wow.
2020, I had just expanded to my second location by brick and mortar. I had just expanded 7 months prior before I was forced to shut down for 3 months. So financially, are you kidding me? Uh,
Yeah. Choking you off. Yeah.
are you kidding me? Um, Obviously, completely unforeseen. And
And what's and if you don't mind sharing, like what state was this in?
the seacoast of Maine and New Hampshire.
Oh, okay. So the Northeast. No wonder you're concerned about the witch hunt because they knew how to come after you. They've had years of doing it up there.
And I had apparently, no, truly, I had no idea. I had no idea that from coming back from Maui to seeing November 2020 happen, the rigging happen, to, oh my gosh, during the lockdown, I watched Fall of Cabal and Out of Shadows, and that just like, whoop, like, I got to get on the rooftop and like scream this to everybody, right? To attending J6 to 2 days later, for J6 was just a sheer day of American pride and God and prayer and red,
Yeah.
white. It was like a modern day Woodstock. I didn't know that would also simultaneously be the beginning of my smear campaign and my witch hunt. Um, so it was like two ends of the spectrum, like meeting right in the same event. It was wild. I end up on the
Think
front.
about it.
Go ahead.
Well, as a fellow J6er, if you do the math, the population of America versus how many people were there, it's like talk about the people who came out because when you know, and you have to be there to put feet on the ground to represent, right? Like it's something that's so powerful in your soul, right? That you had to be there.
Had to go. I said, I don't know politics. I don't know. I'm all new to all this, but there was something within me on a cellular level. I had to go. This is going to be historic because you are so strong
Yes.
in conviction of what just happened isn't just wrong, but it is sheer evil, and I can't let it happen.
And who would have thought the whole time that it was a trap set up for the people that thankfully the Holy Spirit put a covering over me and I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. My ass knew better because I had been there three other rallies prior, and nothing good happens in DC at sunset. Like if you're MAGA, you better come like in an entourage because otherwise people are gonna try to jump you or people are gonna do shit to you. So yeah. So how did you evade not having knocks on the door? It's like going into the place. Like how did you know not to do it?
So I knew from just being there, I'm a super empath. I knew it was going to be historic, and my eyes were wide awake because my head was on a swivel. I'm like, I just knew something was going to happen, right?
Someone's going down. Yep, for sure.
We go from the Washington Monument, listening to everybody speak, and again, just head on a swivel constantly, right? Sea of red, white, and blue, to then marching at the Capitol and seeing unmarked vans of people
I
getting
saw those. I saw those too.
I saw
The
it at the Lincoln.
unmarked white vans. Hmm.
So as people were speaking, it was so cold. So our group walked to Lincoln Monument because we're like, we got to move. Like, what are we all doing? Woo, let's go. At the Lincoln, that's when I saw unmarked vans, sheer black masks, like vests, and we're all like red, white, and blue. Like, what's going on over
Yeah, you
here?
guys weren't invited to this party. Yeah.
And at the Capitol, the energy was night and day. The energy was so different. So perched up on just like a wooden, a stone fence, if you will, just kind of
Hmm.
posted up there. The energy was so intense. There's scaffolding along the building. There's people climbing the scaffolding. I'm like, this, I'm waiting for it to collapse. There's bike cops coming in, just standing there. There's people getting tear gassed. It's rowdy. Move forward. And I'm like, I'm not going a step closer.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, I know. I just think that I just felt like something was off that day. I felt that, I mean, seeing guys in posts on the building tops, like, whether they're good or bad, I was like, that's fishy. And then seeing people just like in, not like military garb, but like body armor kind of crap, like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, you don't belong here. It just seemed like there was a few weird characters amongst the mixture. And now that we know that there's evidence that shows that the FBI had all kinds of informants out there, that would make a lot of sense.
When I tell you what's his name, the guy with who got
Yeah.
arrested,
Yeah.
walk,
Yeah, I remember him. Yep.
I could have touched him. Like I remember him walking by, and I looked at my crew, and I'm like, "What is that?"
Jacob Chansley. Yeah.
Shirtless. It's 30 something degrees out. He's shirtless. The horns. I'm like,
I'm
"What is
all, I'm
here?
all, I'm all, I'm all, this guy likes to party.
What?" Find out when he popped up on
Oh,
like, "Oh my
he's
god!"
all he's for all my Gen Zers out there, that dude's super sus. Like even how he was actually lumped into the J6ers. We went into the Slammer for however long, and everyone thought he could have been another he's a dual agent, you can say. There is that because he went to acting school, dude's from Arizona. He fits the profile of corn, like, fed corn.
Could
So,
be.
GMO, he's totally GMO. But but yeah, there's some people amongst those people. And I'm do you remember the giant American flag that people were carrying over the crowd? Did you
I
see
remember
that?
that. I saw
Yeah.
that at the Lincoln. I saw, and I have a picture of all these people holding up this thing of Nancy, and she has like reptilian fangs and fingers, and she's reading
What?
the Constitution.
Oh wow. There's all kinds of stuff out there. That's
The
like
Con- that was epic
did,
though.
that was epic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoever created that, who knows?
And then I
It was
remember getting toward the Capitol and seeing something that said, "This is art," and it was not art at all. Do you know what I'm talking about? Did you see
I
that?
no, I don't, but is it like something from like a Comet Pizza?
It was just a
Or what
it was like steps up to a stage and a noose, like directly
what?
line. Yeah. And I'm like, what is this? People are like getting up. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm waiting for a laser. I'm like, what is this? This is art. No, nope.
Demons, man. Demons try to fool people. That's what they are. They're demons. And that's why I'm so glad that we connected, because I feel that by watching your content that you're covering the blind spots. Like, because you're a patriot and that you are very awake and you know about all these different things, it's like you're able to discern and pick up on things that a lot of people who work jobs every day and that are MAGA, that aren't paying attention. They're not looking at certain things. And you're like, guys, don't go to sleep now. Like, we're still awake, remember? So I'm just, yeah, I really like how you put your content together. So have you always been a content creator before the awakening?
No, not at all. It was actually this tribulation of leaving J6. And then because I'm a business owner, you can't talk about X, Y, and Z. And I said, you're not going to tell me what I can and cannot talk about. And so I started to question, and I said, no masks are required. And I refused to take tests, and I refused to quarantine after J6. And that uproared people. I had 13 complaints with the Department of Justice. I'm on the front page of the paper from Maine to Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and beyond. I'm on the
Wow.
radio, the 6 o'clock news. The front page
It-
said Trump, you could even Google it. It says like yoga studio owner in Trump rally attendance refuses quarantine or something like that.
wow.
And I'm like,
They
yeah,
they pulled out all the stops on you. You got to the news. Dang.
oh yeah, front page without ever being talked to. I was like, okay. And then a smear campaign on social media. It's a picture of me that I posted on my Insta story of me on the lawn of that day, just smiling. And
Yeah.
red arrow to my face, Nazi, racist, insurrectionist, white supremacist. We need to put her to bed. And
Haters are gonna hate. Who
I'm like,
is it
what?
that said you don't have any haters, you ain't doing it right?
It was insane. I'm like, you come to my yoga studio. Most of them were 99% of keyboard warriors. I've never met these people, whatever. But
hmm
you guys came to my studio. I was at your wedding. I was at the hospital the day you gave birth. Like, I considered you guys friends. You know me. And they're like,
Yeah.
received us. Like, when I tell you the TDS overnight switch, it was an over
Wow.
switch. Wild.
Wow. Yeah, it was like some mass psychosis that was just the switch went on and then they were like activated like straight like Karen zombies.
Correct. And then I'm like, well, at this point, the gloves are off now because I'm viral at this point, and people are either coming up to me and saying, you're a hero and a warrior, God bless you, or they're saying, I saw the Nazi today. It's like, what? It was so mental. It was so mental to see thousands of people put their 2 cents in around you when they've never met you. It was wild.
Well, I imagine that a big fraction of the people watching the show today have had very similar treatment. And so that's why I think it's so cool that I got you on the show, because you actually, it seems like you've taken all of that ridicule, all of those attacks, and you've just said, all right, gloves are off, doubling, tripling down. If you're gonna make me into this, I'm going to show you what I am. You right? And so let's do this. I want to share screen and I'm gonna jump onto your Instagram real quick.
Go for
And
it.
I really I really have to share a couple of your shows because or a couple of your posts because they're classic. Cool. So you got your Instagram pulled up. Let me just make sure this is yours, correct?
That's me.
This not the fake one that they put up about you recently?
Uh,
You got like all kinds of fake ones up now because you're
well, I'm used to it.
are you one of those anons that creates like two other pages and when you get bombed, you go to the next one?
Nope.
So many people had to do that.
Yeah, I just accepted. I got back on Instagram not even 6 months ago. I was off for 6 months, and then last year I was off for 8 months because I was so shadow banned. I'm like, why am I? I'm giving you guys my soul, my knowledge, and like I can't speak freely, and they're just suppressing me. And I don't know what I posted, or like I do know because I do pray every morning that God use me as a vessel expresser and an instrument for His word, for He is the one creator. So like I
Amen. Amen.
momentum is happening, but I don't know what I posted that just whoop, but the
Yeah.
snowball is rolling down the hill and the truth cannot be stopped. So let's go.
Well, the illusion of free press and freedom of speech, it's being exposed, people. Like if you have a brain and you want to hear from somebody or say something and something is blocking you, you know you're over the target. You know that there's some amount of truth in that topic.
I'm pretty sure, like, I don't think it's happening right now, but if you follow me or tag me, like a warning will come up and be like, are you sure this person has violated community guidelines?
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. They did that. Yeah. Whenever yeah, accepted. Or actually, I had a weird disclaimer about you a couple of weeks ago. Remember, I was sending you the screen grabs. Like, they're actually telling me to unlike your stuff.
I had never seen that before.
Hey, we're on the next level of censorship. Hey, I own that. I own it. I receive it. So let's jump into this. So no matter what you do, don't unfollow two people because that's not going to be a good look.
I
And then we have to, can I please show the Michelle Obama one?
pick whatever, please.
Okay, cool. So you guys are gonna enjoy this. Pause it if you need to go make popcorn because this stuff is classic, great. It's very well done, and she makes solid points. So let's just jump into this.
My most
Um,
viral video, I think it's at 5.8 million views.
well, let's just go to that one. Like, how far down is it, would you say?
Right there, it's the Michelle Obama one.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Right here we
Mike,
go.
that's my most viral one.
Nice. You should pin it. Did you pin it? No, you
It is,
haven't pinned it. Nice. Okay, let's jump into it and let's undo the. Okay, that's good.
Okay, since the Obamas are in headlines right now and I don't think they're going anywhere, I just wanted to talk about Michelle because it's come to my attention that there are still people who don't know about Big Mike.
The first gay president or the first woman
we
president?
already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
You know Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Joan Rivers, legend who sacrificed the truth for humanity. These are probably nothing. You know what's interesting? You can find these old pictures, but you know what you can't find? A picture of Michelle pregnant. It's probably nothing. Yeah.
So
Men and
classic.
women of the finest military in the world. And most of all, Admiral Mullen, Deborah. Michael and I also want to acknowledge your son Jack, who's deployed today. All of you have performed extraordinary service to our country.
Big Mike. And lastly, if you were like a transgender, aka somebody with a severe mental illness, if you were transitioning into somebody new, wouldn't you write a story like becoming that new person? It's right in front of our faces, you guys, and people still can't see. Okay, since the
That is beautiful art. Wait, well delivered. Well delivered.
people love when I do my videos. Like I have another one going crazy right now about the Bulgarian princess. People love those videos.
Well, let's give the people what they want. Let's jump on again. Here we go. All right. And we're still seeing, so which one is it?
Keep going.
Look at your handstands.
Well,
Classic. Talented.
a mini,
All
but a much.
right.
We can't find it in three.
They bury it already?
No, I just post a lot. Keep going. For two. Oh, there it is.
Okay, okay, which one?
Middle.
This one.
No. Yeah. The one with the grass. Yeah.
All right, folks, get your popcorn. Pause it right here, folks. It's gonna get good. Here we go.
Guys, come on.
when I say it's all of them, I mean it's all of them. We know about Big Mike, we know about Barbie Bush, we know about what's going on in France. Well, did you see what's going on in Bulgaria? Have you seen the Bulgarian princess? Wait, let's get a little closer. I can't. Well, don't worry, you guys. It's just fitness. When I say it's all of them,
That's, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They make it so easy for you, right? Like,
It's
they
too good.
just, it's like too good, right?
It's too good.
It's like, okay, it feels like we're in a movie. Like, it's so exaggerated at this point, right?
Just like, how is it so clear? And then coexisting simultaneously, there are people who don't see it at all. It's wild.
It's super wild. It's super wild. Um, yeah, you can stack up the things. I mean, let's dig further because you're grabbing the most exaggerated of society. So let's just like go through another one. Like, let's go to number three. We'll see the next one that's getting a lot of traction. Let's go share screen and let's jump back to Instagram.
Gosh, the Pfizer
And
cheese. Yeah, you pick the Pfizer cheese, the Justin Bieber one, the Rachel Chandler one.
oh yeah, the cheese, because everybody likes cheese. If you don't like cheese, I don't trust you, but that's another story.
This is gonna burst your bubble, but if you eat cheese, you're gonna wanna watch this. One of the ingredients to make cheese is rennet. And oh, guess who's come in and taken over that process? The one, the only, Pfizer. Probably nothing, but a whopping 90% of cheeses sold in America uses a genetically modified version made from Pfizer. I don't want the word technology associated with my food or with my health at all. And again, just in case you missed it, yeah, read the bold for me. It's probably nothing. Why is biotech infiltrating with CRISPR technology? Okay. And I just want to give a shout out to these demons who have allowed it to be. So thank you, FDA. I trust you. Thank you for bringing bioengineered technology, gene altering technology into our food industry. Thank you. I mean, the best thing, obviously, is that even though 90% of the North American cheese is made with this garbage, the ingredients label do not distinguish between. Of course, why would they? Why would they? Why would they? Oh wait. Oh, you think you're safe because you're a vegetarian? So if I'm craving cheese, which is like I might buy it 2 times a year, okay? I only buy one cheese. Because A, it's the highest content of protein in any cheese. B, it's not made in America. So that would be Parmigiano, okay? And I just want to highlight this real quick. Okay, Parmesan is a fake cheese made in America. You want Parmigiano, you want the G. If it doesn't have a G in it on the menu or on the label, do not put this garbage in your body. You want the Parmigiano from Italy. And one more thing. Just like Pringles aren't considered chips because they don't have the percentage of real potatoes to equate to a chip. Velveeta, surprise, surprise, is not technically a real cheese. So what are people eating? I can't. I mean, last thing I'll highlight. Are we surprised here? Profit over people. F these demons. Get me off this trash planet! This is gonna burst.
Oh, nailed it. She nailed it, folks.
Gosh, the world is trash. You just can't make
World
it
is
up.
trash.
Can't make it up.
It's like, but what I love is like, who's doing deep dives on cheese? You are.
I
Who's doing deep
guess
dives on that cheese supply?
the things that come to me, I really don't. It's not me. It's
It's
not me.
God, right? He's like, hey, you know who can deliver this message? I know who. Red Pill Yogi.
Oh my gosh, you can't
Red
make
Pill
it.
Yogi can handle this. Let me download her real quick. Let me sprinkle some.
I'm pretty much open to talk about everything.
No holes barred. Like there's no, okay, let me challenge you then, Red Pill Yogi, because it seems like right now there's a psyop running amongst MAGA. And I'm glad I get to ask you this question because um and there's no judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone. This is free thought, free speech. Everything's free on this channel. So uh it just seems like there's a psyop running on MAGA right now when it comes to the like the way that we're perceiving other nations in the Middle East and our loyalty to to President Trump because a lot of us have been with him for 10 years, okay? But there's a lot of recent situations where things that make you go, okay? And I know that you're a free thinker, so I just want you to know, I just want to know like what kind of a psyop you think is running. Why is President Trump doing the things like having the Al Qaeda leader at the White House the day before Veterans Day, basically spitting in the face of veterans and people who've lost people in the Middle East or in the last 20 years of war. Um, at what point do we say like, "Hey, bro, we got you here. Uh, we're you're not on our team anymore." You know what I mean? Like we're gonna elect a leader that's gonna represent we the people and doesn't have strings attached to him. So, what do you think?
Right away, I go to everything, and this is not like I'm on Trump's coattails until whatever. But with that being said, everything projected through our screen is filtered, predetermined, and orchestrated.
Yeah,
So they
right.
always want you looking at a certain way when there's another way to look, if you will.
Hmm.
So that's where I'm always like, well, what's really going on? For example, um, Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? Staunch
Right?
Republican, not funded by APAC. Okay, Trump's hitting on her. Like, what the fuck, Trump? What's going on? It's all division. Whether you're America first or this country and then America second, it's all to further divide the right, and it's
Right.
just absolute insanity.
It's tragic. I'm not gonna lie, it's tragic no matter where you are on the fence. It's
How do you not
tragic that's
see it,
happening.
guys? The
Yeah,
only we need to really take a step back and remember, like truly, the only thing that really divides us at the end of the day, it's not these minute details, guys. We're the only thing that divides us is, are you living and breathing and for the light, for God, or are you working as the enemy? That's the
right.
only thing that divides us. So you think olives are great. I think broccoli is better. It's like it doesn't make it right or wrong, guys. We're focusing on they're keeping
What
us on
if,
the wheel.
let me ask you, do you believe in body doubles and clones and
I do.
robots?
I do.
Okay. Okay, so what if 47 isn't the same 47?
He's
Or
not.
what if the one that they put in front of us doing these shenanigans is like not the real one?
He's not.
Um,
Everybody, including Trump, is a character.
mhm.
Period.
It just seems like him saying the other day on the plane, I don't know if I'm saved. Told the reporter flat out, I don't know if I'm going to heaven.
Right.
It's like, bro, you just put a bullet past your brain, saved your life, and you're going to say like, I don't know if I'll go to heaven. I mean, come on, guy, really?
It is. I saw something today that was like the original, the real DJT
Yeah,
is an evil man. The character you're seeing now is not that Trump. It's so again the quantum dimensional field of it all. And where we lose people is because it's similar to faith. It's something that can't be seen. It's not you're not seeing it from mainstream media. You're not seeing it from an external source per se. You're more so activating like what you are receiving in a sense from the inside. And I don't think a lot of people have that connection in a sense. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
those of us who do, I think it's kind of our that's why we're here to be the outlet for that and just to anchor in when people can't fathom what you're talking about because they haven't seen it or whatever or this host didn't tell me it so it doesn't exist and it's not real. We're really just continuing to see how mass hypnosis is literally what
yeah.
is happening.
Yeah, no, for
Right.
sure. It's we're right now in the transition between fifth generation warfare, which is psychological operations, into sixth G warfare, which is like the merging of computer to humans, right? We're seeing this transition between AI, the integration. I'm a millennial, so I'm the hero generation. I'm the convergence of the old ways to the new ways, the no tech, low tech to the tech, right? And so I'm seeing this transhumanism stuff coming out, and I'm just seeing like this what the battlefield really looks like. And I completely agree with you when it comes to whatever it is, it's psychological operation created to divide people. But let's dig into the nuts and bolts, shall we? So it's like everyone is making like you just talked about the attack against Marjorie Taylor Greene for her views of how she sees the world and how our relationship is with the country in the Middle East, the little place, the group of people in the Middle East that want to help us or that want us to protect them, essentially, right? And um everyone's saying like calling Tucker all these isms and Ashes and Nick Fuentes are coming after him because he's America first. And my dad, I just went to go see him, and forever, he's been like, "Look, God says we protect Israel, we protect Israel." I'm like, "Dad," I'm like, "Dude," he's like, "It's in the Bible, it's there." And I just trusted him. I'm like, "Okay, Dad, like, you used to be a youth pastor back in the day. Like, he's very well read in Scripture," and I'm like, very proud of that about my dad. But, but even he's on Rumble now. He's getting red pilled and he's watching the interviews that are so controversial. And he's looking at it. And then he looked over at me because we watched the Tucker and the Nick Fuentes interview. And he's like, I don't really see much wrong with this interview. They make valid points. I know it's the truth. You can't help ignore raw evidence and facts.
But this is where I talk a lot about, with all due respect, like religious programming, because the Bible says, okay, are we talking, when you're talking about is real, people are perceiving that as a physical landmark, which, yes, true. But in another perspective, it's not anything of this world. It's of
Right.
him. So you can be a three letter, or you can be a three-letter ish. One is of this world, quantifying with a landmark, and the other is a bloodline, which is of Christ, which is not of this world. So they both are right and true, but which lens are you looking through?
Right. 100%. Yeah. And I think we have to not lose sight of what our original goals are for our country and for our Constitution being like full on implemented into our society because that's what every American wants and that's what we are aiming for. So we have to go back to the original playbook of like what's most important to us, who's using us for our resources and actually not helping our people. Like we need to be able to help our veterans, our old people. We have to get our economy back on track. We have to get the white striped trails out of the sky. We have to make our food edible again. Like it just seems like we have to all like, and that's why I want to title this show, Leslie, Red Pill Yogi, always checking for the blind spots, because that's what she's so great at, is looking at different perspectives on things, but really honing in on things that people aren't even like aware that's happening.
And you know what? It even goes a level above. Like I'm even caught. Like I'm weary of even saying at times, because there are levels to this. So even when I'm like, oh, I'm America first, it's like I want to be mindful in a sense because it's greater than that, right? It's greater than politics.
Yeah,
It is a sovereignty. It is a consciousness. It is a
right,
human kind of
right.
activation that I'm kind of focused on amplifying, right?
Sure. Well,
Which I
100%. I mean, that's really, it is really, I mean, that's for me too, like the most important thing because we're only here in these traveling meat suits for a few more, like you can calculate if you live to be 80 years, you can calculate that out and every day goes by like quick. So
right.
in this life, I agree, that's the ultimate purpose for where we're trying to get humanity. But for me, it's like, I love my country so much. And even though it's full of problems, even though she's sick, I talk about America like it's a girl that I know. She's
Yeah,
sick. She has the cancer in her. Like she has to be healed because she has so much potential as the experiment of freedom that the
100%.
world that the world has needed. And every 100 years, every 1,000 years, it seems like the enemy wants to attack freedom, God-loving people. And we have to, it was Benjamin Franklin says that he wants a republic if we can keep it. Like basically, we have to be able to keep our republic, keep our freedom, and it seems like we have to keep fighting beyond these short-term psyops. So, do you think that this current psyop with MAGA and with Trump is like a Sun Tzu Art of War situation? Is it like he's like reigniting his base to be like, don't love me, love the movement that we have created and keep fighting past me.
What did you say, Kirk, at the beginning? It like chipped out for a second.
No, I didn't say Kirk, but that's a milestone. That's like this modern day's version of like the JFK assassination. So with what happened with Kirk, that's when the PSYOP began. That's why we are on November 16, 2025. And this was over a month and a half, oh, 2 months ago now. that a lot's happened. That's where the division mechanism had began. Candace Owens is now number one in podcasting. Who's letting her get all that information out? Because we know that real truth gets censored. Like
Fact.
I'm questioning that. I'm questioning that.
I'm like, listen, there is, I just said this before I logged on with you because I'm in a Patriots group. I just said there is truth in what she's saying. But if y'all can't see she's breadcrumbing and she's controlled off, I don't know what you're looking at then.
Do you remember the Q drop that said that we're saving Israel for last?
Well, 100%.
Is this the last? Is this where we're at in time?
100%. Listen, if this is being so exposed right now, it's being exposed because it's being cleaned up. That dimension, that timeline has collapsed. That's why we can see it, because now we're going to replace it with the next
Yeah,
whatever, you know? So
yeah.
it's
Look at the way. Okay, I've mapped this out. Check this out. So Charlie Kirk's assassination murder happened, right? And then the psyop began. What fraction of the population was so enthralled with Charlie Kirk? And actually, Charlie Kirk has helped evangelize to the Generation Z. And for what I can tell, Generation Z isn't buying into the old narrative of the relationship that we have with Israel, right? Like the boomers are they're holding on to, it's like the roller coaster meme of the little kid in the roller coaster and he's like feeling like he's gonna die. Those are the boomers. Like the boomers don't know how to handle
yeah.
the awakening, but then the Gen Zs and the people under our age back, they're like they don't trust anything. They're not for sure going to trust with the mainstream and even our current office, even the current administration, the stuff that they're doing, they're like, this is totally sus. So they're almost going to so it almost seems like that's kind of the playbook of what could this be that Q drop? Could this be saving Israel for last?
It is a meticulous orchestration of how September 10th was the next wave of awakening. So if you were still asleep, then you got woken up to the level of God is real, because that the DMs that I had, I'm an atheist. I've never felt this way, something within me. There was an activation. I got activated in 2020 because evil had been purged at that time, hence why we were able to log on all of a sudden. That just happened September 10th. Those of us who were already awake at level whatever, okay, then we got bumped up and now we're talking about countries we've never talked about before. And now we're seeing the next tier, the next level of the
Right,
corruption. So
right.
yeah, I do
It's
think this
like
is the dominant.
it was whoever's way, right? So whoever's producing the movie, what they want to do in this plot of in this part of the movie, in the scene is let's get let's get the people to dig into why Trump is acting so sus, why Cash is so sus, why freaking what's his name, Dan Bongino. They're all acting. They're all. No one's happy with Pam Bondi. Like no one's in jail. No one's in jail. Pam Bondi. Like we know. We all know. Okay, there's evidence over. Look over here. There's evidence. Why is anybody in jail? But I mean, but maybe that is part of the movie. Otherwise, MAGA would just go right to sleep, little baby MAGA, back to sleep. No one's fighting for freedom themselves because you can't put the responsibility at the executive branch of our government. It's we the people who should be our government, right?
100%. That's what it is. So again, this example of Marjorie, it's like, what, Trump and Marjorie? What? And then I'm like, okay, what would cause Trump to say this? Because she's against APAC. She's pro America first. She's all these things like yes, yes, yes. But then I research and find out, well, nobody's looking over here to potentially make him question why are your portfolios very similar to Nancy Pelosi's for insider trading? Why are you funding, whether it be 15,000 or damn near 200, 300,000 to companies that back not just BLM, but the LGBTQ? And you are vehemently against those things. You're funding out of state abortions. You're funding Disney. You're funding Palantir. So are you a dirty snake and you're just putting on this show? Great. I like Marjorie. Again, there's truth, but you can't be saying, "Dear America, I'm this," and then behind closed doors, you're funding all these things you're vehemently against. You got to put your money where your mouth is, and I think he is simply exposing her right now. That's all.
Could be,
We'll
could
see,
be.
or it could
We'll
be a
see.
psyop to get the Dems. Who knows, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing is like you got to look. Is Marjorie Taylor the shady one that has all these strings tied to her, or is Trump the same Trump that we had from before? Because people are like, this isn't the same Trump. Look at his behavior. Like Israel first. His daughter converts to Judaism through Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner has all these crazy ties to Israeli government, Mossad, all these things like, kissing Erica Kirk on the forehead, the weird, awkward hugging, throwing up horns, Erica Kirk. Like, Trump, are you in on that, buddy? Like, come on, man, Uncle Papa Trump.
Or
Like,
just like you got to expose yourself and you're going to do it by my rules. Could be. I don't
could be, I
know.
know, but I know because it's like that's the theory that we had with COVID and like the whole Operation Warp Speed. Like, why is this guy pushing jabs? Like, the base is not cool with this, but like, Trump,
Right.
stop. We're not cool. We're not cool with jabs, dude. Like, whoever's telling you that, like, fire them because we're not cool. But what he did was he was bringing the people out. Nobody knew who Fauci was.
Correct.
Nobody knew who Birx was.
Correct.
Nobody knew these people because he had to show them so all the anons do all the digging, right?
And you can't
It's
trust
brilliant,
mainstream, then where are you going to get your information from? You. And that's
right?
exactly what we're living in right now.
Totally 100%, 100%. So awesome. So this journey that you've been on. So we're like, so I understand you're going to start a podcast soon.
I,
And
I'm
is
excited.
that something that you've had in your wheelhouse you've been wanting to do for a while? Like
Years.
years. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it has been, it has been a delay of the inevitable.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Timing is everything, and have you ever taken breaks though from like staying so plugged into everything that's going on? Like, do you take time for yourself to recalibrate and reset and like, because otherwise you kind of you do burn out in this truth or movement, right? Like with all the information, it's jarring on the soul a little bit, right?
It's a full-time job. Yeah, for sure. But it's not a job because that's like, it is my honor. That's why I'm here. And I accept that role and task. In regards to 2025, which like the calendar is not real and time's not real, but we'll talk about that another time. But if we're looking at the year 2025, I've been on
Gregorian or Julian calendar? Which one? Which one?
but if we're looking at 2025 as we know it, if you will, I've only been on social media for 6 months. Last year, I was off social media for 8 months. So now, though, that I have momentum and I'm kind of aligned, finally, it's more so doing things like I did today, going to the beach, kind of disconnecting and yeah, honoring it. Some days I feel lit to go and just speak. Other days I'm like, get the phone away from me.
Yeah,
Balance.
get the EMF away.
It's
You
like,
E you EMFer?
right? I was having this conversation. It's like, yeah, we talk about the chemtrails all the time, but like, do we ever stop and think there's Wi-Fi above me, below me, to the side of me? Like, guys, it's everywhere all the time. It's crazy. So again, like you're out in nature. Yeah, that's needed. It's
Yep.
essential.
Get me away from the LED. Get me away from the Wi-Fi. Um, we'll eventually get to the skies. I'm really impressed. Tell me, like, because I know you're passionate about this topic too, of like what they spray in the skies. Like, it's really cool to see like the mainstream is now grabbing a hold of this. Like Tucker Carlson just did a great show with that guy. What's his name? Dean Willington or something. Yeah, skywatch.org, or he promotes his website a lot. There's the Amazon Prime movie that just dropped that is the documentary on chemtrails and geoengineering. And just even the word, like saying the word chemtrail automatically shuts people down because they think conspiracy theorists, but that's part of the programming, right? So geoengineering. So are you like stoked on what we're seeing?
Am I stoked that I'm seeing chemtrails again in the state that they're banned
No.
in and the government's back on? No. Yes, the exposure
No,
for
but
sure.
it's like moving the ball forward. I know it's not like the 36 states. I mean, we're still seeing them in the skies. There's people that say we don't see them whenever the government shutdown is happening, but then they appear. But it
Yep.
just seems like the consciousness of all the people they're not they're looking at it. They're not like dismissing it like it's fake.
Well, again, it's like everything else. It's like you want to. It's like Epstein. It's like Izzy. It's like all these things that were once conspiracy. It's like, yeah, no, no, it's normal now. Like we know now. I did a post the other day that was talking about, two of the heaviest metals that they spray are barium and aluminum. And then you look on the scientific table at what those transpire to, and it's barium is. Do you know?
I'm not that familiar in chemistry.
I mean, I'm not either, but barium is Ba and aluminum is Al.
Ball, ball,
Said,
yeah.
and who is he?
Bale, yeah,
God of rain and the god of storm.
right, right. No, I mean these psychopaths know exactly what they're doing and they put it right in our face. So that's why it's so important to see what's happening in the world. It's all a part of a bigger spiritual battle, right? Because if you can boil it down to its core of what it is, it's not political, it's not, theatrics, it's literally good and evil being played out in the physical realm. So, yeah, no, I think that there's no coincidences anymore. It's mathematically impossible to have all the things that we're seeing and that now have been declassified. So now you can actually go look up patent numbers and you can look up, what is Bluebeam, what is Paperclip, what is all of these operations. Popeye was just talked about the other day, all of these operations that our government has already been involved with that have hurt and killed um, its own people. And it's wild that we're living through these times.
I'm telling you, each generation is just a different test study. I'm telling you. And I think like something in ours was organic. Like, where did organic come from? That wasn't a thing. My parents were like, that wasn't a thing. We didn't grow up eating avocados. Like, a tomato was a tomato. You didn't have organic, and then not. It's like what a psyop, guys. I mean,
I
like
want, yeah.
there's value to it, but you know what I'm saying. Since when did we, the masses, were like, oh, okay, yeah, there's just two options now: one pumped with chemicals and one that's not. And oh, by the way, the cleaner one is more expensive. It's like, what fuckery? This doesn't even make sense. Who?
Give me bad dreams. Get me out of this bad dream. Wake me up, Lord.
Like, every day, this is how I live. I'm like, ah.
That's why I love how animated you get in your videos with your puns and your manner is it's funny. Have you had people before the craziness just say, John, you're just a funny person. You crack me up, John. You're animated. You just have an animated spirit to you. You got that a lot in life.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's such a gift. And now you're using your gift to do like these amazing posts. I have to watch another one. I'm sorry, I'm addicted. I think they're funny. I'm gonna go to another one. Let's go to share screen. As soon as I can figure out what I'm doing. And let's see here, sharing screen. Let's go to another one that's getting good traction. Which one would you recommend?
Oh, there's a couple oldies. Keep going. I'll tell you if we see anything. I'm not gonna have you scroll forever, but or if you see something that jumps to you. Those have gotten a couple 100,000, but the other viral one right now is like Justin Bieber, Putin.
Whoops. Since I left the city. That's your dope hairstyles.
My brain.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
just so the viewership knows, Red Pill Yogi has the coolest hairstyles, and if you need to know how to braid your hair, she's got the braids down. Uh, let's see here. Okay, which one's the Bieber? Did I pass it?
No, but whatever.
Going
Just
down. It's like an oldie but goodie.
yeah, there's still. I have one about Russia and how they banned like Satan worship. That's
Oh, you were in Vegas. Were you in Vegas in this green dress?
yes,
Vegas. I've seen that place.
at the win.
Let's see here. Florida has officially legalized gold. That's good. That's actually great news.
Like no big deal. It's probably nothing, guys. Does anybody care?
Right.
That's a big fucking deal.
That's huge, actually. That's huge because so much is happening in the whole way our world is transacting money right now. And everyone is like speculating a digital world currency, a central bank currency, and just ways of controlling our money digitally anytime they don't agree with us. So it's funny that they hype that up, but then yeah, you don't get the headlines on precious metal,
It's
and
wild
there's a reason for that, right?
because they want to keep us suppressed because they know that's coming.
Totally, totally.
It's crazy. I mean,
This
listen,
is
oh, see that other one, Mary Kate and Ashley, that's like gone viral. People love when I do the celebrity ones.
this one, this one, this one.
No, down.
Go down.
Yeah, go down.
This
Right
one,
there.
Mary Kate and Ashley.
The Olsen twins. Oh my gosh, I just looked at the
Oh,
Kardashian one with the underwear. I cannot. Do not click on that one. I cannot.
oh no. Well, okay, with what we know now about their co-star, Bob Saget,
Oh,
and who he really was, like he was disgusting. That guy was gross. Like
demon.
huge chomo, huge chomo. Yeah, and the poor and these poor girls. So let's like we're gonna pray for them later, but let's watch this video because it's
So the
obvious
whole
that
so the whole premise of it is I am fully aware that these pictures I'm about to show are AI. But when you go on Google and you type in Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen, this is all that comes up. So it's like people who don't know them, whatever, this is them
this is
thinking,
all they
yeah,
see.
oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Yes, it's programming. Let's watch it.
I'm like, is this a Mandela effect? What's
What parallel universe am I living in? Who are these people? I'm sorry. Literally, what? Is this some glitch in the Matrix? Is this like literally who are? I think it gets better. Oh, it does get better. Is this some weird like mandala effect? Like, oh, wait a second. What? I'm sorry. What is going on? Who is buying this? Who are these people?
celebrities do look?
I literally cannot.
Okay.
What parallel universe?
Okay, so I also am having to remember that these episodes are also broadcast on Spotify. So for the folks who cannot see the example of the Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen twins, Joanna, can you just tell us if they were watching on the screen, which I hope they'll watch later, what were we just looking at?
Exactly. Not human beings. I don't know what those things were. Listen, we all know that Mary Kate and Ashley, amongst many other celebrities, look very scary, different, sad, not human, weird, if you will. So these doctored pictures looked like corpses mixed with complete AI robot. Not human, but it's just
Yeah.
crazy.
It is. It looks as if they have been so altered physically. Like, let's pretend for 1 second it's not AI and AI wasn't a thing like it really is. If two women were to look like that versus what we remember them looking like growing up through most of their life. I mean, they produced that show from the time that they were like toddlers until the time that they were 14 or 15. You know what I mean? And so like and then seeing them on other things like they look to right now like they've had so much plastic surgery and they've done a lot of lines of coke
Soulless
and
word I would use. They are soulless.
yes, soulless, yeah, 100%. Like and it's sad because I mean we grew up watching these adorable kids that were probably bothered, by Bob Saget or whoever else got access to those little girls
Whole
and
industry of probably weird.
the whole industry. Yeah. And it's sad because you see these folks as they get older and it's like they were either traumatized or MK Ultra'd and now their programming is wearing off on some of them. And you get like Britney Spears, for example, who what the hell is that really Britney Spears? Have you seen her?
There are so many theories around Britney. I mean, it's all AI. Let's be real. So, Britney dancing like with knives. I'm like, what is this world?
What's up with the mascara just dripping down her face?
Constantly, but like you should. I'm like, you should really quick go back on my Instagram because I have a post about Bieber like going viral.
Okay, let's go. We're going in.
I know. I'm like, you might have to scroll because sometimes I post like 6 times a day. If,
Okay,
if I get the download, I post it.
just tell me when we're getting close.
Oh my gosh.
It's loading.
I know. I'm like loading. There it is right there. Ninja Turtles.
Okay, ready?
Go.
Go ahead and for the viewers on Spotify that can't see what we're going to be showing them, go ahead and preface what's going to be in this video.
Okay, so it is another celeb from Holly Weird who is using his Instagram not just to deliver hints, but to see him openly showing the darkness of the industry that he comes from. So he's like telling us that he's aware of it, but then he's also like doing it. So it's very weird.
Maybe it's like he knows he has to do it because he still has a handler,
Right.
but he's like, if I got to do this, I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to try to hint at getting people to come look at what's going on here.
Which, like, before we tap it real quick, watching Justin, and I don't know like when they're from, watching Justin supposedly like worship Jesus on stage. I saw a clip of him singing the blessing song, which that song just in and of itself makes me cry every time. But to see him feel that, and I'm like, if that's real, that's a big deal because again, like Ye and many other celebrities who have been deemed crazy or whatever, they do say it and expose it, and they know what the cost is going to be for that. So
Just check it out. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, at some point they are not giving an F and they're just
So a
doing it.
couple weeks ago, Bieber posted this. I mean, the comments are gold. Like, tell me there's an awakening going on without telling me there's an awakening going on. So if you don't know what the outrage was about this, then you need to understand this first. So there's a couple of things, okay, that I want you to kind of note right here. These two, okay? And then when you hear celebrities like Chrissy Teigen's old tweets or posts, whatever, about all this stuff, okay? So yeah. And then like here's the thing, like there's codes when it comes to this, but then like when it comes to gematria and like numerology, people are like, those aren't codes. It's like, yeah. Yeah, there are. But anyways, back to Beeb. So I also found this very, very, I mean, like, see, people know, like, people know. Like, this is like that post I made about that artist a couple weeks ago. It's art. It's fashion. No. It is, guys, the truth is in, it's 333. The truth is in plain sight, yet people can't see it. It is mental. Literally, what a time to be alive. One thing.
like what?
Really? It's probably nothing. Oh, but real quick, like back to the codes, like you can reputable source. You can watch like at all these award ceremonies, like Ellen being like, "You want pizza? Let's get pizza. You want pizza?" They talk about it. They put it in our faces. Jennifer Aniston, Adam Sandler, like they talk about it. I have posts on this stuff. Do you understand the spiritual battle at play? The trafficking, Epstein stuff, that is the tip of the iceberg, y'all. Y'all ain't ready. But, yeah. We're doing great. So a couple weeks ago, Bieber posted.
So for folks that aren't watching this but are listening, what she was able to do brilliantly was to show the recent post from singer Justin Bieber and the coding that's if you can see the images of what he was posting, it correlates to an FBI released chart of code talk that people who love children, pedos, chomos, the codes that they have been using to signal to one another that they're in the same club and are about whatever that fetish was that they're into that's disgusting. They were talking about pizza, hot dogs, ice cream, sauce, all these food code words that they would use. And then there's a symbol connected to that code word. And then those symbols then correlate to the posts that we're seeing from these celebrities. And that's what she was able to kind of point out for us to see. And it's and Joe, it's everywhere, right? Like you see it, music videos, you see it in movies, you're seeing it in Disney, all the DEI woke companies, they are putting it on clothing, they're putting it on kids' coloring books, they're putting it in movies, they're putting it everywhere. And if you don't know what it is, uh, you just think it's like conspiracy theory.
I mean, they have Sam Smith, Lady Gaga, Doja Cat. They have these celebrities literally dressing in red devils, and people are like, da, 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 da. It's like, what? It's right in front of you. It's crazy.
Yeah, yep. And and I think for those that are just knowing what that is, the whole go you have to go back and you have to go back and find people who've posted about Comet Pizza in Washington, D.C. Earlier in this interview, she talked about the documentary series called Fall of the Cabal, and it can still be found. You can find it on sources like beforeitsnews.com. I think you can find it. If you go to the website ufoshit.com, you can also find Follow the Cabal series 1 and 2. It's crazy. You even have to call it that in order for it not to get censored. But that's where you can learn about the origin and why these elitists, these, the 1% of the 1% scumbag demons of the planet are all in the same club where they blackmail one another, and a lot of them are actually ritualistic when it comes to attacking our children, abducting children, doing crimes against humanity against children. That's the sad part about all this, right?
Yeah, because that is the spiritual battle at play. Because what is done to the children isn't just a dart and an attack to Christ, because that is his perfect, purest form, most innocent form. So it's not just
Right.
a direct attack to our creator, but no human can do those things. It's a possession of straight evil, because it's, again, it's not just the trafficking, which is heinous in and of itself. It's the breeding, it's the cloning, it's the farming, it's the experimenting. It is unfathomable to most people. Who wants to
Yeah,
see this evil? Who wants to talk about it? It's gut wrenching. It is
it
evil,
is.
but we
It
have
is.
to, just like we have to talk about Izzy, just like we have to talk about Fauci, just like we have to talk about X, Y, and Z. We have to talk about it all, because this is,
Yeah,
as we go forward, this
right.
cannot continue to exist. Period.
Right. And of the, I think, four different video posts that we're able to show on today's show, they all touch on different things, whether it be the food supply, who's involved in the food supply. It could be the whole gender wars, the trans wars of children and transitioning and all the queer gender study stuff. That's all designed to decay and erode fabric of our society, but the elitists, they practice these things. Was another post. So it seems like you're showing all of the different aspects of who our enemy or who are it should be everybody's like mutual enemy. Every human being should be like these same people are involved in all of these things. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's what I say. I'm like, hello. That's why I feel like when you're awake and can see as much as I see, in a sense, and I'm not the only one by any means, but we're kind of like a bridge. So at times I do talk about politics because people are at that level. And then it's like, it's not just about politics, because if you're left or right, the chemtrails are affecting you. If you're left or right, guess what? Your food is still shit. So it's like, can we come together and look beyond the division? And that's like the
Right.
next level, the next step of being awake.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm able to zoom out and see it as a whole, and just being like, remember the sun's good for you. Remember everything's a lie. So let's talk about it all.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's talk about it all. We have to judge people by the fruits, right? We have to judge people by the fruits, and it could be a psychological operation. It probably is right now with the whole MAGA division, but we're gonna make it through it, and time will tell what this actually really is. And I don't know. I'm on Team Jesus. If Jesus can come and be our president, like, so let it be. But in the meantime, we have this government that is supposed to be working for we the people. I think it's our honor and our duty to keep exposing things that are not good for we the people, no matter who it is, right? And
Correct.
we have to be fair and honest with ourselves. And whether it's opposition, controlled opposition in order to steer people a certain direction, at the same time I feel like we can't not talk about these things. And if people who know me, they know I've supported President Trump through the thick and the thin, and I know it's all psychological operations. But at what point do I say, "Look, dude, I can't keep sticking up for you, man. Like you're making it hard on me, and I'm starting to question what the hell is going on."
And simultaneously remembering when right now so many people are like jump and train, and like I get why, but at the same time they're also telling you in a sense to jump train. So it's like be careful, guys, and pray for that discernment right now, because you know this is not the enemy's first war. You know he knows the scripture. You know he knows this game. So he will, the devil's not going to come dressed in what we think a devil looks like. It's going to be in disguise, and it's
Yeah,
going to be in deception. So, and listen, and I always say people are like, "Oh, you're just on Trump's dick, whatever." It's like, no, I don't put my faith in flesh. My faith is with God. I don't know. Nobody knows how God is working through Donald Trump. So, if he comes to
yeah,
be exposed, I'm not going to be broken or rattled at all.
right,
Period.
right. Yeah, it's a part of God's reveal, right? It's a part of the movie. It's all wrestling. I got a buddy that talks about like Semaphore and a lot of the crossover in people who know wrestling, like the WWE and all of the connection between the Kennedy family and Vince McMahon, like the guy that ran the whole wrestling organizations that we all grew up with, and how it programs the populace and it creates narrative and it turns people against one another. And what do you know? We have wrestling in the White House right now. Like, do you remember when dude from Ukraine, I can't remember his name right now, Dork, what's his
So
name? You, yeah, yes. And he was sitting in the Oval Office with there was a wrestling belt right next to him. And then we get Hulk Hogan, rest in peace, Hulk. We miss you, Jesus. You're with Jesus and the angels, Hulk. But he came out and he rips his shirt for MAGA. It's like I see these weird crossovers now, like with wrestling.
it's a literal scene from Idiocracy. That scene
Hmm.
is a literal scene from that. But yeah, again, because what is WWE? It is a script, right? So
Totally.
storyline.
Totally.
Again, it's like these deep-seated generational experiments. And so you want to talk on like the conscious level of like ancestral curses and like bloodline stuff. Yeah, that's real for us. But again, in terms of Trump and these politicians, this is a battle for the bloodlines, guys. It
Yeah.
goes so deep, people don't even know.
Yeah.
And it's all
It's
connected.
true. It's all connected. Yeah, it's all a pattern and it's all connected. And at the end of the day, it's like, we just have to enjoy the life that we have and be blessed and thankful for the little things in life. It's not easy. It is a storm. I truly feel like we're in a storm. I don't know how long the storm's going to last. Like, we don't know. But in the meantime, like, give us some tips, Joe, to help us balance out because you are super passionate about health, wellness, and balancing the life, being a Christian, but not being religious. You're super down to earth. What are some tips like to help keep people grounded with this whole psychological operation?
Think first and foremost is to lean into your faith and to put your focus back on God. If you love him and you believe in him so much, then you know it's already done. You know, because there is something that can be felt within us. Too many of us feel this to be like, am I fucking crazy? Too many of us feel this though.
Right?
Something
right?
is happening. So it tosses people up because we are in the shift of consciousness, the golden era, the great awakening, whatever you want to title it as. The blueprint to how now to navigate isn't anything, of the physical. It's not anything we can read. So we're like, oh my gosh, how do I navigate this? We're seeking external because that's what life's been. But it's really like, no, sit, be still, listen to God's whisper, which comes from within you. And that's
Hmm.
all you need. So to slow it down, like, right? It's the hustle, the go, the work, work, work. It's like, no, do the opposite. They programmed us to do that. Do the opposite. Sit in stillness, listen to the whispers, feel the sun, like be present. Take a second to step out of time because time is man made, it's not real. So it's applying everything that you come to find out in the awakening. It's, you can't just know it because once you see, you can unsee. You have to live it. You have to be the living, breathing example. And how do we best serve God? We bring him to life by applying it, right? So when things get crazy and it's like, the evil's everywhere, this is just doomsday. It's like, no, it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Same thing too, like with me and the awakening is like, I'm all about like I love learning about the Bible at my adult age because I didn't really read. I got away from God and I didn't go to church because of the religion aspect of church and always feeling judged, being judged for not being perfect. And no one's perfect. And we're all making mistakes and learning from mistakes. But to look at it now from a different perspective of like God wants us to have a relationship with him through Jesus Christ, at least as my savior. And there's no other religion in the world that can hold up against the enemy except for Jesus in his name. Even Buddhists, even all these other religions have said that about Christianity, about you that the darkness, the darkest entity of the universe doesn't stand a chance. So for me, it's like I love learning about like different scripture, like in Revelations, where it's like there's certain things happening in the physical realm. Look at all these storms, like these crazy earthquakes, storms, things that seem like fires, man-made. It's like everything is down is up and up is down and it's reversed. It all talks about this in the book of Revelation. Talks about the mystery Babylon and the whore of Babylon and how the kings of many nations would trade in myrrh and gold and precious metals and spices. And most of all, the whore that rode upon the beast of 10 heads trafficked in human souls to many kings. And so what we're seeing, so like trafficking, it's been in the Bible telling us that what has been the power mechanism of controlling the planet and all powerful people. The currency has been the children. And so it's wild to see even ancient text giving us warnings and telling guys, they're going to build a temple. There's red heifers. They've been raising red pure blood heifers, and it's all to lead towards, a temple. And that's why it has a lot of people saying, like, if this is the end of days, is it the end of our days? Is it the end of their days? Like, we all have to get right with the Lord, right?
And the end, like it's end times, I always encourage people to glorify in this moment. It's not a doomsday apocalypse. The doomsday
Hmm.
apocalypse, end times fear is every system that we've grown up with is collapsing.
Right.
What have we grown up with? Academia, big tech, pharma. We all trusted them. I'm a vaccinated child,
Let
whatever.
it collapse. Let it
Yeah,
collapse.
guys, we see it's corrupt and evil. So we can't do this anymore. So we only have an option to turn and go down another path. And what's that path? Again, that's not the blueprint. It's doing, it's being, it's finding alternatives that unplug from their systems. Because, like you said, the currency isn't a material thing. The true currency is the
is
soul,
the is the soul, the human soul, like the blood. We're made in God's image. So they
right?
hate that. They want to desecrate anything that God's created, and they want to hijack it, and they want to, and essentially, I mean, if we are the bloodline of Adam and a direct descendant of God directly, whatever entity they are, they don't want us to exist.
Of course. It's so
We're
evident.
we are like, yeah, we are that bloodline of God's, even it's in our DNA, like the way we have Christ-like DNA. And It's wild. These are wild times. And
It is. But it's
yeah,
exciting times because we know, okay, in the collapse, what do we know from being with God? We know
that's
the
right.
return. We know it's victory. So let's get excited and let's exist there now because it's happening now.
Right, right. And this is the best way to reach out to people is information and letting people determine and decipher and discern what the truth really is. Because they say, I've heard this somewhere before, I don't know, the truth will set you free. The truth will
Listen,
set you free.
people, we've lived a life of convenience. And when you awaken and really tie in and say, I surrender and use me, let me serve you, then guess what, you guys? You cannot be of convenience anymore. Well, I have a job and my kids are in school, so I had to get vaccinated. Okay, you chose that. There will be consequences for that. God is your judge, not me. But there is another avenue for you to choose freedom to say no. And that's not going to be convenient.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to pack up your life and move cross country for the sake of freedom, but you can do it. It's
You can
available
totally
to
do
you.
it.
What do you
Hmm.
choose? This is the gift of free will and this character and the human experience. And that's why I find so much joy. I can talk about the deep and the dark thing in one breath, and then my heart rate stays the same because I'm like, I know, we know. So let's exist there. Let's actually know and not feed fear.
That's right. That's right. I've heard that the most precious commodity, I mean, obviously the children, but the other second most precious commodity in the world is our attention and
I know.
where we pay attention because that's how they harvest our consciousness. That's how, they call it loosh. Anytime there's a catastrophic event or a false flag and then everyone's sad like that, it's the loosh that they harvest because they're demonic.
The
And
control they have.
yes, right, right. And
That's what
so,
was energy harvest ritual.
right? We can go off for days and we know that people have to go be with their families, get to work, start their day, make something of themselves. And so we're going to end this show today. Joe, Red Pill Yogi, it's so great that I finally was able to get on and do a show with you. Thank you for doing all of the content you've been putting out there because I've been following you for probably 2.5 years maybe, and you've inspired me and you've done a lot of great investigative journalism and creating your own kind of art posts that I think resonate with people, real everyday people. And thank you so much for making the time to come on the show.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Love talking to you. It's effortless.
Yeah, we got to keep doing it some more. I can't wait until you get your show launched. I'll make sure that I get all of your links so that way we can send traffic your way in the drop down below. If people want to find you right now, where are you posting?
So Instagram is Red Pill Yogi, but my website is about to drop. You can actually go there now and add your email so you will be notified when everything's dropping. And the website's going to have my podcast, the YouTube. I'm going to have merchandise, shirts, and such to represent unapologetic,
What?
if you will. And then I'm going to have courses and other options. So make sure to go on redpillyogi.com, add your email, and you'll be in the daily dose of truth or community.
Nice. And that was unapologetic truth.
That's right.
That's
Unfiltered, unapologetic.
unfiltered, unapologetic. That's awesome. That's great. That's catchy.
Stay with me for another a daily dose of truth.
I love it. It's just like you guys. It's just like brushing your teeth. Just get a little bit of truth. That's
From
good.
Italy.
Get yourself some Parmigiano and stay away from that fake cheese, y'all.
Facts.
All right. Well, that was another episode of Ultra MK Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Kennedy, and along with our guest today, Joe Red Pilled Yogi. And together we are reversing the narrative. Have a good night.